For researchers to successfully tackle shared global threats such as climate change, food shortages and disease, they need secure and reliable access to data across a vast range of institutions and international borders. The increasing sophistication of cyber attacks means it's more important than ever to protect the digital tools and platforms used to process this valuable and often sensitive information.
Trust is all about trusting who the person is, trusting in the outputs that they deliver, the systems that they access, and the people that they collaborate with.
Australian Access Federation has been helping to provide these trusted connections for people working in the country's research and education sector since 2009.
As part of their login process, they select Let's log in by the AAF. They click the institution or organisation they're associated with, and it then sends the user off to that service, says we know who you are. It really streamlines the process for the researcher and also speeds up the research process.
The user is then able to access research services such as instrumentation, data and compute belonging to universities, research institutes and government departments around the world.
The research of today is highly collaborative. It is increasingly interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary. It rarely happens solely within one institution. Particularly when there is collaboration, you want to bring the best minds, the best instruments, the best infrastructure together.
Trusted access is not just about convenience. It also helps protect valuable research, sensitive data, intellectual property and institutional systems, while still allowing researchers to collaborate and get to the services they need. As research becomes more connected, secure access becomes part of the research environment itself.
It means they can actually get on with their research. It means they can share appropriately. It means they can collaborate in a way where they have confidence of who they're collaborating with. And these are all fundamentally important in the modern research world. Researchers need to have different access to different systems for different reasons. They want to make it as easy and as frictionless as possible. So the risks increase by having multiple systems if you don't have that sort of common method of access.
In population health, access to national research infrastructure and data can help researchers connect evidence, support decision-making and better interpret health-related outcomes, which can lead to decision-making that is life-saving.
Those kinds of outcomes are really important for being able to understand trends, because you're seeing, as a local government member, my area is hot and I have this many deaths. But then to quantify the deaths that are associated with that extreme heat is just another level of decision support.
In areas involving sensitive human genomics and health data, trusted identity becomes even more important. Researchers need access to valuable data and tools, but that access must be secure, authorised and responsible.
There's very sensitive data in many cases because it tells you everything about a person's genetic makeup and the makeup of their family. So your genome belongs not just to you, but also partly to your parents and your children. We're really dealing with quite sensitive information here, and that's why we need to be super careful about how access to it is controlled.
AAF may sit quietly in the background, but its impact is being seen in the research it enables, helping collaboration happen securely and at scale.
We did some research and it showed that we save well over 80,000 research hours per annum by removing those friction points of having to remember what login do I need to have to be able to access that particular infrastructure, how many identities do I need to manage to be able to move across the research ecosystem. So removing those friction points is absolutely essential. It speeds the time to science, speeds the time to research.
Look at us as a piece of enabling technology or digital infrastructure that allows that collaboration, that connectivity between government, industry, education. Research is required for economic development and prosperity, and it's so important for our country.